The great king of the kingdom is reviving. Queen Catherine slaps Harry for his inconvenient lies and stubborn sacrifices. Netflix's latest installment is here, but there's a glaring flaw that suggests Harry willfully ignores an inconvenient truth. Hello and welcome to the Princess Diana News YouTube channel, and I have to tell you that I have had a consistent experience. I recently recovered from watching about 6 hours of angst and tortured garbage. I took a picture and made this silly display called Harry and Meghan. Of course, this was the title that Meghan and Harry started with the first Netflix documentaries. And now it seems Harry is back. She's back in front of the camera on Netflix and is once again doing her part to make the royal family as useless as possible. Harry's Heart of Vitus was a 5-part documentary series that detailed the journey to the 2022 Invictus Games in The Hague and the personal struggles and journeys of a small group of participants. Well, folks, you've been warned. If you watch it, you're going to need some tissues, and you're going to need lots of them, because it is deeply moving, it's powerful, and sometimes it's harrowing. Again and again I found myself crying. That Ukrainian volunteer was amazing. The footage that she captured inside a frontline field hospital may be the most powerful and haunting thing I have ever seen, but unfortunately I am not here to only discuss these remarkable human beings and the determination and the strength that they show over and over again. Instead, we've got to talk about Harry, the executive producer, and what seems like an intentional attempt at some DIY historical revisionism. There is one thing that was basically absent that they conveniently ignored, and they complete part of the important part. The royal family and Harry's membership of the family has played in the whole story of Invictus. If someone sat down to watch it and didn't know anything about the game, then I think they'd feel like Harry made the sets and gear. A man with a child and a dog. We hear the same story over and over again. Harry fought in the war in Afghanistan. He was forced to return home after his second term, and then he decided to do something to help veterans and returning service members. At this point in his life he tells the camera, all I was trying to work out and navigate. I've got this platform, I just had this experience. What can I do with this? What platform exactly is he talking about? Well, they never say if the words royal family or monarchy were mentioned once in the whole thing. Then it was a blink and you're going to miss a type situation, because I missed it altogether when open it is with file footage of HA at the 2018 Veterans Mental Health Conference at King's College London, and we see some clips of him hosting the 2017 Buckingham Palace Garden Party for the Not Forgotten Association that works hard to support service people and veterans. But then again, when I joined the military, they conveniently dropped the word royal from the letter R. Mental health. Mental illness is a dirty word, Harry said. One of the things I'm proud of is our work with competitor David Wiseman, who negotiated with the military. He said, if there is a stigma in the army, there will be a stigma in society. So if we are to heal the scar in society, we must lead the way. If you didn't know better, you'd think Harry and Harry alone in the royal family were selective and passionate about mental health. Well, the problem is that it's not even close to the truth. I mean, somehow William and Catherine, the Prince and Princess of Wales, have been completely excluded from all family and mental health issues. In fact, one of the first organizations that Catherine became a patron of was the Children's Mental Health Charity, place to be adding the Anna Freud Center and Maternal Mental Health Alliance later on as well. It was not only Harry but also William and his sister-in-law Catherine, the three of them together, who used their shared royal foundation to start Heads Together back in 2016, and that same year, all three of them posed for a really cute photos wearing headbands in support of the initiative, along with rolling out a video of them sitting around a picnic table in Kensington Palace's private gardens, talking about its genesis. Harry tells Catherine it was your idea, and then Catherine clarifies because it's a common thread. Mental health seemed to run between all the different areas we were working in, so Heads Together launched a national video campaign featuring a series of high-profile Brits to encourage people to discuss depression, anxiety and suicidal thoughts. On these topics, the success of this work is undeniable. On 1920, an advert appeared, voiced by Wales, Harry and Meghan. The Every Mind Matters website has been incredibly successful. Too many people tried to get in touch with it and eventually he broke down. The same year William took part in a documentary on mental health, describing how he felt pain like never before after losing his mother, Diana, Princess of Wales, when he was only 15 when. I can go on if need be, but I think you get the point. It's not just Harry, William and Catherine also put a lot of effort into their mental health, but all of that is lacking on a heart level. Instead, in one story, Harry was the only one trying to reframe the mental health conversation and stigmatize mental health issues. Any role played by others is completely ignored. William and Catherine's contribution in this area was ENT. And I don't mean to downplay what Harley has accomplished with it. There is no doubt that he is the core driving force of this organization. No one will deny this, but they still completely forget to mention the fact that, for example, the Royal Foundation played a key role in supporting the game's development in 2014. This information was published in a press release at the time by Invictus Games. Harry must have created something amazing that has changed and continues to change countless lives, an achievement greater than most people in the world can attest to. And yes, Harry deserves credit for that. When seen as a winner, he deserves praise. I couldn't help but think what a force he can be when he wants to be and how real and natural he can be when he wants to be. He seems to be very good at listening and supporting people who are having trouble, but that's not the case. The most indirect reference to the role played by his family seems like a ruse. Seems like a small thing, judging by the way Harry talks about how he's in the game now. It's kind of like playing Romeo and Juliet but only reading half the lines. It's only part of the picture, and I don't mean to be too harsh on Harry, but it doesn't help him at all if he doesn't paint the fuller picture of how it came to be. Why can't he say publicly that it was his royal status that gave him the opportunity to create this wonderful thing? They are now Invictus Games. It may not fit with its current anti-brand rhetoric, but it's still the royal family's connections, resources, and power that make these games possible in the first place. It might be a hard truth to ignore, but it's not just about Harry. It is William and Catherine who have fought for justice for so long, helping those suffering from depression, anxiety and other mental illnesses. Now maybe something is wrong with Harry and his family, maybe he has all the bones he can collect, but he can still give them their due and recognize the role they play. He's probably endorsing their work rather than trying to ignore it, but nonetheless I recommend you watch it and cry. All the scary scenes aside, the rest of the series is so touching and inspiring. Trust me, you'll need at least a box of tissues. Hugh, do you agree with that? If yes, don't hesitate to like and share this video with your friends and family who will like it too. If not, please explain why below. For more updates from the Princess Diana news team, don't hesitate to hit the subscribe button in the general area. Thanks for watching. Goodbye. We will see each other again in the next videos.